Let's talk about Transformers. Transformers as a franchise has been interesting to say the least. I want to say the first movie, great. I mean, I grew up with Transformers. I had my toys. That was my franchise. At the cartoons, loved it. All of them, even the little spin-offs, Beast Wars, all of it. I watched all of them. The Michael Bay movies started off cool, and then they got real Fast and Furious-ish, started getting wackier, goofier, started putting the Transformers as background characters, just did not work. Then we started to have Bumblebee, which to this date, them first 10, 15 minutes, one of the best parts of a Transformers movie today. And Bumblebee was a good movie overall. And then recently we had Transformers Rise of the Beast. Wasn't terrible. It's all right. But of course, it ended off with the big reveal, which is not really a secret anymore, that they wanted to tease a crossover with G.I. Joe. Now, I've already told y'all my concerns with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe as a franchise after the cartoon has been a disaster. Like the Channing Tatum, The Rock, all of that, terrible. Just did not work. Snake Eyes, atrocious. It's just bad. It's just bad. And I've already told y'all this whole idea of crossing over Transformers with G.I. Joe, to me, automatically sounds like you're putting the cart before the horse. How are you going to have a successful crossover when you haven't even introduced whoever or whatever the new G.I. Joe are? Because right now you're already telling me that either the Transformers are not going to get an ample amount of screen time, or these new characters of G.I. Joe, who, by the way, there are a lot of G.I. Joe characters, they're clearly not going to get the amount of time needed to be introduced to audiences. So right there, you are setting them up, in my opinion, for failure. So I wanted to talk about a red flag for G.I. Joe. And well, not really for G.I. Joe, but mainly for Transformers. And we do have an update. The update is who's going to be writing it. It says here that Derek Conley has been tapped to pen the script for Paramount's Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover that is going to potentially star Chris Hemsworth. Now, if you're wondering where Chris Hemsworth came from, he is coming from the Transformers 1. Yeah, it's called Transformers 1. So that's going to be an animated movie where Chris Hemsworth's coming in, but he's going to be coming in as Optimus Prime. And this Derek Conley person is going to be writing it. Now, I had to go look him up because I'm not familiar with his work. It says here, what did he do? Let's start early. Okay, so he did Jurassic World. Not bad. I actually like Jurassic World. Monster Trucks, don't know. Ooh, Kong Skull Island. I do like Kong Skull Island. He did Fallen Kingdom, not as great. Detective Pikachu, I did like that. It was cool. Wait, whoa. He wrote Rise of Skywalker? What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, he was one. Because I was like, I knew it was Chris Terrio. Okay, so he was involved with Rise of Skywalker. I don't like that at all. Don't like that. And then he did Jurassic World Dominion, which I think most people would say was trash. It just was not good. So on the positive side, he seems like a mixed bag. He seems like a mixed bag because I did like Jurassic World. I really like Kong Skull Island, and I like Detective Pikachu. But he's got a couple question marks on his resume as well. But guys, this is not the red flag that I've had. I want to reintroduce y'all to somebody that we've talked about before. And it bothers me. Y'all remember Lorenzo di Bonaventura. In case you forgot, this is going to be the producer of the new G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. Lorenzo, just to kind of get you up to date, he did Replicas, which was trash. Bumblebee, good. Pet Cemetery, trash. Doom, Annihilation, trash. Secrets We Keep, didn't nobody watch that. Jupiter's Legacy, trash. Infinite, gutter booty trash. Snake Eyes, the bottom of the bottom, it was boogers. Okay, it was boogers. Plane, decent. Rise of the Beast, decent. Meg 2, trash. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, it's so bad, don't nobody even know it existed. Madam Web, it's not even trash. It might just be fertilizer. This is the guy who is going to be in charge. Madam Web, this is the guy that's going to be in charge of your G.I. Joe Transformers movie. Did I say Snake Eyes? Yeah, I think we said that too. Now, his existence, his mere presence on this film is a red flag. But one thing I've tried to tell y'all is you have to consider the mindset of the people that are behind these films. And this is one of the reasons why I like to read and I like to see the interviews that the producers say, because I want to get into their head. I want to understand, what were you thinking, or how do you think? Because if I understand how you think, I can then interpret how you execute a film a lot better. Now, his track record is terrible. I don't know how he's still employed. He knows where the bodies are hidden, clearly. But he recently gave an interview about Transformers. And I'm going to read this for you guys, and I'll let y'all judge. During a recent talk with Variety at this festival, Bonaventura revealed his confusion about the 80s Transformer movie. He said, "What's so surprising about the 86 film is how dark it is. Honestly, I don't understand why people love it so much. For some, maybe it was their first cinematic experience, but it's really a downer movie." He goes on. Interestingly, when we showed our trailer of Transformers 1 for the first time, the fan reaction was to compare our movie to the old 86 one. But they're not so comparable because that's so dark and this one has so much humanity. They're completely different movies in many ways. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you in charge of a Transformers franchise and you don't know why fans liked the original Transformers movie that damn near almost every Transformers fan loved? This is like me owning a football team and I go out there in the press and say, I really don't understand why people like football. This is like me working for Marvel and I'm like, I really don't understand what people get about comic books. This lets me know you don't know what you're doing. So when I criticize these people, when I say stuff like that, it's because you be telling on yourself. You tell on yourself. You don't understand. You didn't understand why people where is he from? Hold on. Let me look. Is this like a cultural thing? Like, where is he from? Bro, wait a minute. You was born in New York City. New York City. When Transformers, the animated movie, came out, he was about 30 years old, about 31. So he probably didn't even watch the Transformers movie, which means he probably was not connected with the culture at that time. This is not your lane. This is not for you. What I don't like is when you have people in charge of things that they don't understand, and then they continue to put it in our face, and then they wonder why it doesn't work. Because if you look at those old G.I. Joe movies that he also, I believe, was a part of, you can clearly tell that they never understood what made those movies or those characters work. If you don't understand the character, how are you going to understand the story? If you don't understand the story and the characters, how are you going to give the fans of the story and the character what they want? You don't know what you're doing. I mean, Jesus, this is like somebody who is allergic to dairy trying to sell you ice cream. How are you going to tell me what's good or not? You can't even eat it. Everything about Transformers, especially that has him on record, is an official red flag for me. Everything. Because I don't understand how he continues to put out movies that are just simply not good. Like, he gets terrible directors, he gets terrible writers, he himself does not understand the properties. What, like, why don't you just go do something else? Like, literally, just go do something else. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Are you excited for Transformers meeting and crossing over with the G.I. Joe? Is this something that you will be tuning in for? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.